This is Michaela McLean, and you're listening to Beauty by Design. Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for being here again. It's time to talk about our next gate. And before we do, of course, let me catch up on what's going on. Aesthetic Next 5.0 giveaway. Win a ticket, $975 value to come and attend Aesthetic Next 5.0 in Dallas, Texas this September. You gotta be there. Super easy to enter. Basically, follow myself and Aesthetic Record on Instagram. That is who puts on Aesthetic Next. And then leave this podcast, Beauty by Design, a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcast. It has to be Apple because elsewhere it doesn't let you leave the review. And that's it. Pop your Instagram handle in the review so I can find you and you're good to go. So the contest will close, or the giveaway will close on the 29th. I'll announce the winner on the 30th on that particular episode. So that's what's happening right now. Of course, if you are like, yeah, I want to attend, and maybe you enter or you don't win or what have you, you can use my last name, McLean, MACLEAN 50 for a discount on your ticket. But anyway, you got to be there. Everybody's going to be there. It's so much fun and so much learning that gets to happen. Of course, I'm going to be doing a hands-on workshop if you're interested in Reiki through my lens, basically the energetic aesthetics, Reiki level 1, hands-on healing, how you can bring that into your treatment room, not only as an esthetician, but even as an injector, a medical assistant. There's countless ways to do this. So highly recommend, and you want to pre-register for that. The seating is limited in that particular workshop, of course, and it's in person only. There's not a virtual option for this go around. And I'll be assisted by the lovely Talks Josh, who is also a Reiki master. So he's going to be helping me bring my vision to life. Gosh, you know the drill. Classes, $11 classes after you get the free guide, my Golden Experience Guide course. We just did office hours yesterday. Like the other day, I'm all over the place. I had a great time. So that new module will be up and in. I updated the episode guide. If you actually want to be able to find episodes you're looking for, that is also an element inside of the course. I just love being able to be there and answer questions. I know the community is getting built out more, so there will be more interaction even in different ways. I don't want to say too much. I know I think Ashley is working on a lot of this stuff in the background. So, but here soon, there's going to be even more ways to kind of interact within Golden Experience. And then, of course, I have my participation in Solo Esthetician Love Academy, where I'm doing esoteric education for estheticians. And that, again, that's more like show up and we're doing a lot of like live, chart consults and things like that and teaching a lot of cool things. I love it because Golden Experience Guide is like you purchase a course over here, I'm more available for that and you get access to everybody. It's a membership instead. And so they just, different things work differently. I just like being a part of all the stuff in different ways. And then, like I said last time, Little Fox has some new products that are coming out. So looking forward to that. Very, very intoxicating, to use one of the words that we're going to get into in this particular gate or gene key. So anyway, I know I'm leaving things out. Oh, I'm leaving something really big out. I'm planning. I'm trying to hurry and get this done. My mother-in-law, my husband and my kids ran out to get her from the airport. She's coming in from Scotland to be with us for the next couple of weeks. And I just love her so much. And so I'm hurrying, trying to get this done. I'm like leaving things out because, I got to be available when they get back. And there wasn't room for me because of the luggage and everything. So I was like, just go get her and I'll wrap up what I need to do. So we're gonna get through this. But Venus retrograde, I have that big project coming, and yeah, just be ready for it. I'm very excited about it. And then of course, Agent RX and I are working on some mentorship stuff in the background too. So again, details of all kinds of cool things are coming in the near future. But anyway, you know where to find everything you need, either the links in the show notes or over in my Instagram bio at Michaela McLean. And that's, of course, where I keep everything updated between here and the podcast all the time. So you know where to find it. So let's go ahead and get on to the episode. Reminder, don't try to understand this at the mental level. Just let the sound current, the energy, the frequency of beauty sink deep into your cells like good skincare. As I like to say, we're Bob Ross in it. Okay, so this week, the sun is going to transition from Cancer and into Leo. That means this is a bridge gate, gate 56, and it's located in the throat center, part of the abstract sensing, that collective abstract sensing circuitry. So this is the more yin side of the chart that is experiential, feminine, intuitive, receptive. This is a side that's like it's focused on reflecting on and making sense of the past, not plotting out the future. I always say this is a been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Now what's next? Way more about the journey, not the destination when you're dealing with this side of the chart. Definitely about the experience. And then of course, keynote sharing it. Collective circuitry is about sharing. Okay, so starting with the center itself, the throat is the energy center for communication, self-expression, and manifestation. All energy in the chart is trying to make it to the throat to have something done about it. So gate 56 is known as the wanderer, the gate of stimulation. And the keynote here is I believe or not, it is the stimulating storyteller. And of course, with the throat, they all have like the voices of the throat. And this is I believe. So this gate, we were just talking about gate 62 last time. This is the mirror image. If you folded the chart in half, 56 is on the other side, the other top side of the throat. And where 62 is all about logical facts and details, this one is considered the casual historian. It's the gate of the gifted storyteller. Myths, fairy tales, fables, urban legends, folk tales, whatever you want to label it. It's about collecting together memories from what you've seen and witnessed and then retelling it from your point of view. The tales are subjective and emotionally tinged, designed to mentally stimulate the listener, even kind of let's do some tall tales here and really kind of add some colorful details, some flourishes. So somebody with gate 56, basically, it's like they have this ability to translate our collective human experience into something communicable, always told from their perspective, not it's not meant to be taken literally, it's not fact what they're telling you. The magic here is in weaving a colorful tale, bringing in lots of details, really taking the listener on a journey that makes them both feel something and even learn something. You think about, yeah, like education back in the day, it was like stories are how we were educated. And, basically, again, it's like the lived experience is where all this is coming from. So kind of to pick out like a high and low here is like, number one, thinking you need facts if you're a gate 56 person. It's like you're not really rooted in the facts. This is again the experience and telling a story. Or trying to use your mind to be a guide for your life, looking for the destination or the accomplishment versus focusing on the journey. It's also, we're going to want to get into the gene keys, about distracting, manipulating yourself and others, even like with stories, like sleight of hand type of thing. And even numbing out or maybe, lifting other people's ideas and maybe passing them off as your own. And then you could think the highest expression really is leaning into the fun and the creativity of the story, being a captivated storyteller. Yeah, just really being able to tell cool tales. Like not everybody is like gifted in this way. So in the gene keys, the shadow is distraction, the gift is enrichment, and the city is intoxication. So the gene key states one of the wonderful traits of those with this gift is that they enrich others through what they have learned in life. The ability to discipline yourself when necessary leads to your being seen by others as a potential role model. If you have the strength to love yourself, others are automatically drawn to you. Essentially, the 56th gift is about balance. If you have this gift, then you can always balance fun with seriousness. You can party with the best of them, but the difference is you know exactly when to stop. This is the power of the stop codon inside each of us. It behaves as a seal that closes up the places where we leak energy. Indeed, in ancient China, the five senses were known esoterically as the five thieves. They were understood to be the places where our vital force or chi drains out from the body. As you learn how to seal your human tendency to forget yourself through your senses, you experience an inner flame growing inside of you. Enrichment means to suck the marrow out of life. The 56th gift is a gift of feeling, of sensuality, and of aliveness. It means you find wonder where others find monotony, and you find beauty where others see ugliness. It is about appreciation and gratitude. The more grateful you are for every moment, the more the moment comes alive within you. Above all, the 56th greatest potential genius lies in communication. It is able to entertain and divert the attention of others. At a lower frequency range, this gene key may be found in advertising and political spin, and at a higher frequency, it may be found in comedians, entertainers, or inspirational speakers. At even higher frequency bands, it is the great and ancient art of storytelling or myth making, the sharing of personal experiences that have touched and opened one's own heart. At these higher levels, the 56th gift of enrichment is a gift of love, for the more you enrich the lives of others, the more this gift pours through your heart. Okay, so notes here. This is part of a projected channel. So, of course, projector rules apply, seen, recognized, and invited to tell your stories. Otherwise, you could be that person that was like either boring or annoying other people with story that they didn't ask for. Just kind of like it back in 62, the details that people didn't ask for. This is definitely considered one of the storyteller, gates in the chart, the other one being 33, which we will get to here in the near future because that's Leo. That's my North Node. It is about, again, the journey, not the destination. Like, what has the teacher learned along the way? Without the channel partner, in this case, as we get into further into this one, we're going to talk about gate 11. But when you don't have it, we have 56 by itself. These are people who are always seeking. There's the keyword seeking source material to give them new stories to tell, kind of back where I said in the shadow. It's like even maybe passing other people's stuff off as your own, which can be both high and low expression of that. Okay, so the programming partner here, meaning where, the sun is in Cancer/Leo, the earth will automatically be opposite. If it's in Cancer, it's going to be in Capricorn. If it's moved on to Leo, it will be Aquarius. So we're talking about gate 60. 60 is known as limitation. It's the gate of acceptance. And this is the pressure to mutate, to transcend limitation. And this energy is all about the pressure to push past limitations. It's where all the possibilities for evolution and change stems from. So, on the low side of this one, it's like you want to get going, you want to do something, and you just kind of can't wait for the right timing. And then just feel like it's nothing but roadblocks. It's like, it can be very frustrating. It's the gate of the old, old rules, regulations, limitations, things that you feel like are holding you back. But of course, the high expression is patience, trust, this deep inner knowing that you will be an unstoppable force when the right time to act finally arrives, So very much about presence, being in the here and now. I always think of like a little seed at this one because it's right down at the bottom of the chart. And it's like, hey, when the conditions are right, I've been watered, I've been nurtured, the sun shining, all of that. At some point, that little seed is going to burst and, begin to grow and unfurl itself. So, yeah, like I got that limitation built in, like I'm ready to go and just got to wait for the right time. And then the gate that completes the channel is Sagittarius gate 11, forming the channel of curiosity. So 11 is known as peace. It's the gate of ideas. And this one, because it's an awareness center, the ajna is one of the awareness centers in the chart. Of course, carries a fear and anxiety, and this one's the fear of darkness. Basically, it's about having new ideas to share, mental anxiety about not having a new stimulating idea to think about or learn, anxiety about sharing and manifesting your ideas, and also the fear of fearing a lack of hope. So 11 is like a receiver for the divine, where all kinds of ideas pour in. again, I have this gate. I don't have the 56. I have the 11. But as somebody who has it, it's like, yeah, the ideas never stop. It's just so constant. I was like Niagara Falls up there in my undefined ajna. You're just 11 going to town. Uh, so the hang up with 11 when it's up there, especially if it's by itself, it's like it thinks that it needs to act on all of the ideas that comes its way, and you get anxious about it. Like I'm overwhelmed with all of these amazing ideas and they won't stop. And it's almost like I as one person can't do it all, right? See, this is the projected energy. The high expression here is letting it flow to and through you, all these ideas, and let them come and go without any real attachment because they don't necessarily belong to you. You're the channel, you're the receiver for this. So some of it is for you, some of it's not. You'll know the ones that are meant. Like other things are gonna, like whatever your strategy and authority is gonna help open up the road for the right ones to kind of like start moving along, essentially. So all of it though, these ideas are meant to be shared for the betterment of society. Again, this is collective energy, this particular channel. So you're really just like, let me share ideas so that we can all up level from them. So gate 11 is the ajna. There's the mind, the third eye, connecting down to the throat for communication, manifesting thoughts and ideas into the world. This channel is the design of a seeker. Remember I said earlier, it's like seeker. It's like you're not about finding things. It's always about new, stimulating experiences. So again, journey, not the destination. When the two come together to form the channel of curiosity, like I said, it's about a seeker, not necessarily a finder. These people are always on a quest of curiosity, looking for mental stimulation. They want to see and experience things from all points of view. So it's searching for new experiences and then teaching or storytelling from this place of discovery. Like I said, they're always on the hunt for like the next new thing. And in human design, it's referred to like as the bard, and the minstrel that comes to town, like to tell their stories. Uh, you know, like you truly are gifted here. And if someone has it, like love on it, nurture it. And I always jokingly call this the Sophia Petrillo channel, Sophia and the Golden Girls, where she's like, picture it, Sicily, 1922. It's like she's not educating through textbook logic, but from lived experience of the self and others. This is also a gate of mythology, sharing stories to serve as basically lessons from the past. And astrologically, this channel would either be a Cancer and Sagittarius quincunx or a Leo Sagittarius fire trine aspect. And this is happening in the second quarter of the wheel, purpose fulfilled through form, turning spirit into form, right? And my esthetician connection here is like, what you could do with this activation currently is like take people on this great story, through images, like an acne journey, right? Of you or your patients, or like for me, I'm like Rianne, the master esthetician, like what, 2 months ago or so now, lasered me like crazy. And I was like documenting it. And, here's all what happened. Very funny story in the group that people know about, that it's like not for public consumption, but it's like it's hilarious. Like the story that goes along with this is so funny. So what am I doing with that? It's like trying to stir up curiosity and interest in the backstory, even tapping into reviews that you've got, people's reviews of their experiences with you, versus just the facts, like 62. I was thinking about this, different plastic surgeons, like my old doctor that I worked with, just posted a reel. It's like having your patient on talking about their experience, because you're really tapping into the story and the emotions and getting people sort of like stirred up that way. In real life, Lily, who is the beauty editor for Little Fox, she has this whole channel and she's just incredible with words. Like what she can do with language and storytelling is just unbelievable. Um, I just love it. I love it. And then I was laughing because Ashley Melcher, Wax That Ash, I was like, I know she has to have this gate. She actually has the other storyteller one too. And of course I was right. Because that girl can tell stories and like have you just in stitches. But it's all the little details. Like everybody's like, what is it with her? And like the details, the things like Oh my goodness. I didn't want to say like she was telling this story when we were in Las Vegas and it was like something about his breath smelled like corn. I like that's all I can remember and just being like, I can't stop laughing because it's like who stops and kind of like throws these little things in these stories. Hilarious, hilarious. So anyway, get into all that, really paint cool pictures for people, whether they're funny or emotional or whatever. It's like this is the week to do it. Of course, go follow me over on Instagram where I'm going to have posts that get in a little bit more of the detail of like how to tap into this energy for your treatment room and how to utilize it. So of course, do you have this gate or not? Looking at the throat, upper right side is going to be 56. Maybe you have it black, red and black somewhere in your chart. If it's white like mine, you don't have it, but maybe you have 11 like me, and you're getting the gift of like, hey, my throat's being activated for the next 6 days. So that's cool. So however you slice it, but you can always hit me up like over on Instagram or Threads. But honestly, I'm still more of an Instagram girl. It's like the post there. But either the way, whatever. I'm always curious. Just let me know. Of course, I'll be back soon with more. If this episode was of value to you and you want to win a ticket to Aesthetic Next, follow me, follow Aesthetic Record, go leave the pod a rating and review, 5 stars, and put your Instagram handle in there and you'll be entered to win. I mean, that's like very low effort for a pretty big prize. And also, I forgot to say at the beginning, if you can't attend in person, you absolutely can do this virtually too. So there's no reason not to enter. Um, of course, if you want to learn more human design, grab the free guide. $11 classes to get you started. And then there's all kinds of ways to work with me from there on out. And of course, there's more things coming all the time, more exciting, cool stuff. So all that said, and then, like I said, I got that cool new project that's going to be dropping for Venus retrograde this weekend. But anyway, just keep your eyes open. It will be there. I think I hear the family coming in, so I'm going to run. Until next time, of course, have a beautiful day.